Welcome to Chronically Crocheting. I have a lot to share with you. Let's have some fun! For this tutorial, for this carrot, you're going to need a 6-weight chenille yarn. I'm using Premier Parfait Chunky Pom Pom in the colorway Citrus Burst, and the green is Limelight. I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook. I did make one. This is a 4-weight velvet yarn and a 3.5mm hook, and it turned out a lot smaller. This is roughly 3 inches. This is roughly 5 inches. And you will also need a darning needle, a pair of scissors. I put a little fabric or something like that behind my safety eyes. You're going to need a stitch marker. I am using 14mm safety eyes. That's what I used here. You're going to need just a teeny little bit of pink. I used Chenille and did a French knot right there. And you're going to need just a teeny bit of stuffing. So let's get started. Okay, we are going to start with a magic ring and placing 6 single crochets into that magic ring. With Chenille yarn, I do not pull. Normally you pull this tight, but if you pull it too much, you won't be able to close your hole. Okay, so let's start with 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and normally I put in my very first single crochet my stitch marker 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because once you close that ring up, you won't be able to, it makes it harder to know what your first stitch was, and that's why I like to use stitch markers. Normally I use a ribbon, and then we pull this closed. It's a little bit tough, but there it goes. So then I got to put this back on because I get a very bad indention right there. Even though I don't crochet super tight, it's my connective tissue disorder. So in round 2, we're going to do 1 single crochet and an increase, and we're going to repeat that 3 times. So single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. Take my stitch marker out. I'm going to place, this first one's always a little bit difficult when you do your second round. So I'm going to put that stitch marker in there. And now we're going to do 1, this is going to be an increase, a single crochet increase. So that means 2 stitches in 1, single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. Now we know we're at the end because we're at our stitch marker. So then for round 3, we're going to do 2 single crochets. So 1 in that stitch, 1 in the next, and then an increase. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. So here's my first single crochet. Put my stitch marker in. I'm going to do, sometimes you have to fill with chenille yarn. It looks a little off. And then my second single crochet, an increase, that's 2 in 1 stitch, a single crochet in the next, an increase in the next, that's 2 in 1 stitch, and then single, 1 single, and then 2 in the last stitch. 1, 2. For rounds 4 and 5, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. For rounds 4 and 5, you will need to do 12 single crochets in each round. So 1 single crochet in each stitch, and I'm going to meet you at the end of round 5. I am at the end of round 5, and now we're going to do round 6, and it will be 3 single crochets and an increase. So I just placed my first single crochet, and then my second, third, and then an increase in the next stitch. And we're going to do this 2 more times. So 1 single crochet, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, increase. Okay. Now for round 7 through 11, we're going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch, and that's 15 single crochets in each round. So 1 single crochet for rounds 7 through 11. And I'm going to meet you at the end of round 11. So remember, each round is going to have a total of 15 stitches. I am at the end of round 11. I forgot to mention that you will need 2 of these stitch markers because we're going to put the eyes in. So on the other side is where I'm going to put the eyes. It just makes it easier. And we're going to put the eyes between rounds 9 and 10. So if you start at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So between 9 and 10. Let me get my eye. Oh, I like that little pop right there. I'm going to turn it a little bit. And I'm going to do them, like you could put it here. That's the next stitch here. Let me see. Do I want them that close? I think that's going to be too close. Let me see. Let me put it in the next one over. What do we think? Do we want them closer? I think that, because once they go in, that's how it'll be. It'll be almost like that one. Let's see what this looks like over one. Oh man, what do you think? Should I try one super close? Those are going to be really, really close. Oh no, he's so cute that way. I might try it, but so if I placed my first one, this would be 1, 2 over from him, or 3 over is where I did this one. Is this one, because they're just not sunken in. That's how that one would turn out being. But I'm going to give one a try extra close and see how that looks. I think it looks cute. And then I'm going to cut my piece of fabric. Oh, man, somebody's mowing. I hope you guys can't hear that. So I cut this little pieces, probably, if this is the size of my eye, I'm going to want it about probably roughly this big. to put on the back side of my eye. Then, after I cut a couple pieces, I fold it in half. Just make a little slight cut, fold it in half again, go back into that same area I made a cut. You just want it to go over the back of the safety eye, so then when I place that safety eye, it will be way more secure, because you have to put this where a hole is, as opposed to trying to put it in yarn. So I may not have cut that big enough. I don't think I did. So cut that a little bit more. So I take, here's my safety eye. I put that there. So then this back, this big back has something to grab onto besides just the yarn. Oh, these backs are really big. I wonder if I can put these two so close. You know what? I think my backs are so big. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh no, I lost him down there. Kind of hard to do this on camera. Let's see. This one will go here, and this one. They might just fit. Let's go for it. I'm going to do this off camera to put these backs on, because they're really hard to do, and it'll be easier to do it off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, I put them on. It is a little tight, like you can't, like how this kind of bends in a little bit. This guy, his face is going to be pretty straight and bend a little bit, but I still think it's character. So we'll see once I stuff it. I think it'll still be fine. Pretty cute. Okay, I'm going to take, for his mouth, I'm going to take a little bit of string and do his mouth. How do we want? I think I did a smiley face, but I might want to do his mouth a little different. I'm going to try to go through there. I think I want it to go like this, just a line. His eyes are so close together. I think it seems pretty cute. Yeah, doesn't that look cute? I think I'm going to stick with that. Alrighty. I'm going to tie a knot. I find it easier this way. Did I pull it too close, tight? No. I like to tie 3 just to be extra careful. Okay, and then I did pull it a little tight. I'm just gonna pull it out a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then I'll do the cheeks at the end. I'm going to start to stuff him now up to just around here, not all the way to the top. Okay, that's good. Now, and then I'm going to do little cheeks later. And for round, this will be the last round, round 12. We are going to do 7 decreases and then just 1 single crochet in that last stitch. I'm going to take off my stitch marker and do my first invisible decrease. That's where you're just grabbing the front loop of the first stitch, the front loop of the second stitch, and doing your single crochet decrease. Oh no! I'll show you that one more time after I get that on here. You take the front loop, the next front loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the other 2. So you're going to do that 7 times. That was my second time. This will be my third time. This will be my fourth. Need a little more yarn. Oh no! This will be 5. 6, 7, and then I'm going to do 1 single crochet in the last one. Then I'm going to probably leave 5 inches to weave in and close up that hole. I'm going to pull this all the way through. And to take out my stitch marker. Make sure those are out of this view. Oh no! Okay. Now, oh, before I close in this hole, I need a little more stuffing up there, because remember I didn't do it all the way to the tippy top. Nice. Okay, I'm going to close up this hole. I'm going to just do front loop only, because then that leaves a little bit of that loop in the back so you don't have any gaps, any holes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because that's how many stitches we have left. But there's also this just weird loop there that I always put it under that too. And then I pull it tight. If you need to add more stuffing, if you're like, oh no, I need more, but I don't, you pull that closed. And then I always like to go back through the center and then come out down here so you can pull that top part really good. And then I'm going to go under some of these stitches to help secure down that, because I find sometimes it pops out when you just pull it through somewhere. So I'm going to go through. Then now I'm going to go under a couple. Oh no! And tie that off. Cut that off. I'm going to pull it just a little bit so it'll pop back in. Sometimes, sorry about that, you got to push that in. Nice. Okay, so our carrot's almost done. We still have to do the leaves and let's do the cheekies real quick. It's probably 10 to 12 inches of yarn. Where do I want his cheeks? Probably right here. So you want to go in somewhere away from where your cheeks are going to be. Bummer, that cute little blue thing might get covered up. So we're going to go there. We're going to leave a bit of a tail so we can tie that off. We're going to do a French knot. You want to get really, really close to where it's coming out, and you want to wrap it around 3 times. And then you want to cross over, go up 1, so then that French knot will sit right over the top of that stitch. And then we're going to come back over here to place our other cheeky. So, because remember, we want to go over this, so I'm going to go down a little bit. Now I'm going to pull this through, and I have my cheek. I'm going to pull this a little bit. There we go. So close to it. Wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Cross over. And now we want to go all the way back where this is so we can secure it. There we go. Make sure it's coming out of the same spot. Pull on this, adjust it a little bit. Look at his face. And then tie a knot. 1, 2, 3. And then cut that. Now I'm going to push that in through that back in the hole where it came, and then I'm going to go somewhere else and try to make it go, some stuffing go over it. There we go. Oh my goodness, I love his face. So now we're going to do the stem. Now we take our green yarn and we are going to take our crochet hook, and this is your center right here. It's your center. It's a little lopsided, that's fine. We are going to, on the side of it, that's the last round we did, we are going to put your hook through there. You're going to wrap your yarn around it, leaving just a little bit of tail so we can tie that off later. Wrap it around, pull it through, and do a chain. We're going to do a total of, let me put this on my finger. We're going to chain 3. So I just did 1, 2, 3. And we're in the second chain from the hook. Here's the hook. That's the first chain. The second chain, we're going to do a slip stitch. Oh no. Oh, it's hard to do on camera. Slip stitch. And then in the next one, slip stitch. And then we're going to slip stitch back into where we just were. And that same round 1 that we attached our yarn to, we're going to draw your yarn through and slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in the second chain from the hook, here's the hook, here's the first chain. That second one, we're going to slip stitch. And in the next one, we're going to slip stitch. And then that last one, we're going to slip stitch. And then we're going to go to this other side. We're going to go in the center, place our hook in the center, and then go up through that. That's the last round. And we're going to slip stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull that through, that yarn through. Yarn over and pull it all the way through for your slip stitch. Now you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. Oh, no. Then in the last chain, you're going to slip stitch. And then right now, I'm going to cut about 5 inches, and then I'm going to pull this loop all the way through. You'll see why. Gonna pull this all the way through, and you have something that looks like that, and we'll fix it. Then I'm gonna get my darning needle and that tail end that you just pulled through. Put it a darning needle on it. Then you're going to take this, your yarn end, and go through where you slip stitched. So here's your last round, right back into there. And you're going to go out somewhere in the back. You're going to pull this down. And when you do, see? Now you have your green stuff. I can't think. What's this called? So then I'm going to take this one, the first tail end we had. I'm going to put the darning needle on it. I'm going to go back in here somewhere. Doesn't matter where, just somewhere close. I'm going to go out where I just put that other tail in so we can tie it down together. So pull it through. Don't pull too hard. Tie some knots. I'm going to do 3. Then I'm going to cut this. Boom, boom. I'm going to push this in. That's why you want to go in the same spot so you can push it in. Or it wouldn't push in. That's just fluffiness. And then I'm going to go from somewhere close to it, but a couple stitches away, and I'm going to sweep. I'm going to do a sweeping action to pull those ends all the way down and hide them. Then I'm going to sweep back the other way to get some stuffing to cover it up. So then we're done. We're done. That's fun. Look at the different faces. He's got more of a flat face because the backs were so big, but he's still cute. I still love I love the different expressions. Oh my goodness. My grandson wants one of these so bad, and I'm like, you have to wait until my tutorial and I do a video. So he's gonna be so excited. I finally did the tutorial. Woohoo! I would love to see yours if you make it. I will leave my Facebook down below. Hopefully I'm back on it by now. I was off of it for a while. And I have Instagram as well. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook or yeah, for those 2 places. I would love to see yours. Thanks for watching.